Hello and welcome to Microeconomics at JCC. My name is Sarah Bray and I'll be your instructor for this course. I teach business, entrepreneurship, and also economics classes online and on the Olean campus of JCC. So let's first start by logging into Blackboard and getting familiar with how the course is set up. When you log into Blackboard, you should see something similar to this for the course. The best place to start is at the Content tab. When you go here, you'll see a couple different folders. First, we have information that is specific for this class. Then I also have a folder that gives you information that's helpful for all of JCC or online learning specifically. If you're new to online learning, you may find a lot of the information helpful in that folder. Going forward, we've got the semester broken into 4 separate parts or modules, each with either 3 or 4 chapters inside them. Let's first take a look at the information for this course module. Inside here, you'll find some important information. You'll find some things about me and how to contact me. You'll also see a link to the textbook and how to go about purchasing the book for an online course. The course schedule is really important. I'd encourage you to print this off and save this someplace where you'll see it and have access to it. We're going to have at least one assignment due per week, either a chapter problem, an essay, or quizzes. There are some weeks that have more than one assignment due. Everything is due on Thursdays at the end of the day, 11:59 p.m. And this schedule tells you what module we're in, what you should be reading in this week, the assignment that's due, and the date that it's due. And again, everything is due at 11:59 p.m. So here's the course schedule for the entire semester. This is also in the syllabus. Then please pay special attention to your next steps and make sure you send me an email so that I know that you can log into Blackboard and know how to contact me through email. Let's go back to content. Very briefly, I'll just show you what's in this folder for general info for JCC or online learning. A few different things. What do you do if you need help, tech support? There's a readiness quiz to see if you're ready for online learning, and then how to get to your JCC email or how to forward that email. And we'll talk about communication in a little bit. Back to content. The way each module is set up is pretty consistent. So inside, you're going to see something called Tips for Success, where I recommend that you spend at least 2.5 hours each week as class time. That's what we'd have together if we were in a classroom together. Your assignments, your essays, your quizzes, all of that is done outside of the class time. So you need to spend at least 2.5, if not maybe as much as 5 hours per week on this course. It is a challenging course. Within each module, it tells you what the reading is for the module, and it does remind you about the essays. Essays are due in Module 2 and Module 4, and in those modules you'll see a place to submit your actual essay. We have quizzes for each chapter within each module, and all of the quizzes are due at the end of the module. Here's where you'll find your chapter problems for each module, and PowerPoint presentations, and any other information that I have that would be helpful for you. In Module 1, I even included a scan of the Chapter 1 from the textbook so that you have that in case your book is a little bit late coming in. This happens quite a bit. Now why don't we take a look together at the course syllabus. Here you're going to find a lot of really important information. You've got all of my contact info, okay, phone number, email. I do use Skype. If you want to do a video chat to talk about any course content, I am delighted to do that with you. It's best if you can make an appointment for a video chat, but if you do see me online, go ahead and call, and I'll see if I can answer your question. But keep in mind I may have to run to class or may have another student coming in. I have office hours, and I realize this is an online class, but please just remember there is a human at the other end of all this technology. And I do want to hear from you, either by email, by phone. If you're able to come into my office, again, I'm on the Olean campus, please do. I'm more than happy to sit down with you and meet with you to go over the course information. I have a couple social media accounts. I do use Twitter, and there is a Facebook page for SUNY Entrepreneurship for JCC. If you want to go ahead and like those or follow me on Twitter, that's great. However, there will not be any course content or expectations for the course that will use social media, so you're not required to use those. Here's our textbook, course description, basic syllabus information. Here's the schedule again, same thing that's in Blackboard, and here's the grading policy. So you'll see we've got 14 chapter quizzes, 14 chapter problems, and 2 essays. The quizzes count for 40% of your grade, the problems count for 40% of your grade, and the essays count for 20% of your grade. I'm happy to help you on the essays. I really enjoy talking about economics. It's a personal interest of mine. And when you're looking for independent research, your own articles on relevant economic news and information, I'm happy to point you in the right direction or talk about your article with you. Okay, so here's some more details on the types of assignments, the essays, the quizzes, and the problems. Let's talk briefly about our course policies. Communication policy is really important. The only way I can communicate with the class is through your JCC email. When I send you emails through Blackboard, that's where it goes. So it's absolutely critical that you set up your JCC email and that you check it every single day. It is possible to forward that account to another email account. If you have a Gmail or something else, you can forward your JCC email to it. But keep in mind, I can only email you through that account. I also have a professionalism policy, and I realize that this is still college or school, but the reality is you're in college to get ready for a job so that you can get a good job. And professionals in the workforce are expected to present themselves in a mature manner at all times, and this is the opportunity to practice. So all of our emails, phone calls, any type of communication you have with me or with other students in the class needs to be professional. I need full sentences, full words, no text speak. Make sure you're spell checking. Make sure you include a greeting and sign your name in each email. Standard things like that. I will enforce that. The late assignment policy should be talked about. The only thing that cannot be accepted late is quizzes. I will not take those late. However, if you're late on a chapter problem or on an essay, keep in mind that you'll lose 10 percentage points for each 24-hour period that assignment is late. So for example, the chapter problems are 10 points and you're 1 day late on it, you can get up to 9 points out of that problem. And I will deduct any errors and things like that, and then I deduct the late assignment policy. You have to be using Blackboard, logging in every day to Blackboard. And then here are a few other standard policies for JCC. What to do if the campus is closed. Not as much of an issue for online students. General expectations, including civility, student responsibility, and academic integrity. What do you do if you feel that you need special accommodations to complete the requirements of the course? And academic dishonesty or plagiarism, I take incredibly seriously. So it's important that you're using your textbook as your primary source for information. There's no need to, for example, Google a chapter problem. That will lead you astray. That's going to lead you into an area where you'll run the risk of violating the academic integrity policy. Use your textbook. Use your instructor. Please ask me questions if you're struggling with a chapter problem or a quiz question or an essay, any of that. I'm available and happy to help you. That's my job. So please just be very careful with academic integrity, plagiarism. I do enforce that very strongly. And of course, if there are any changes to the syllabus or anything else in the course, I will let you know. And again, I communicate through JCC email, and that's how I can do that through Blackboard. That's the course in a nutshell, guys. So remember, I'm here to help. I like economics. I like to talk to students about economics. If you can Do your work a little bit ahead of time and send it to me by Wednesday of the week that it's due. I'm happy to review it with you and give you any pointers or suggestions so you can make changes and get as much credit as possible. I'm really looking forward to a fun semester, and I hope we have a great time. Thank you.